we head to the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. A lot of fun, gonna be a good one. We have some good fresh components to use for this, but we'll start here with some dev points. We're gonna throw this into mix. Cornering speed for Pierre, we are gonna immediately come in and bang in one on his cornering speed. Dale also has one, and sure, we'll make it a trifecta all on the cornering speed. No dev points for anyone else. We have a lot of stuff. We have some up and coming driver stuff. I think we're going to ignore that for now. Our ATR period starts today. That's lovely. I think we're going to take a look and see one more good, our last good upgrade. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So we could just do an under 4. I mean, if we're going to do one more, I think an under 4 might actually be the move. We'll do a bit of a beefed up one. We'll do 2 and then 24. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Intense. Get that going. 2.8 milli. 57 days. I didn't really look where those are going. Let's see. Those are gone. I mean, we're throwing everything we have right now into chassis developments because that's the only real technical change. We're going boom, boom. I don't think we're going to cover the complete everything. 26 days. I mean, we'll be able to do another one, but 120k, we'll get that going. We have the side pod research that's done in 3 days, so we'll be able to start another one as well. Once that's done, we will continue. And then race prep, as we all know, we'll go 2 in the top 6. We're gonna put in some fresh stuff. 2 into Q2 should be pretty simple. Cannot promise fastest lap at all. 2 in the top 8 for 3. Finish position, we should be able to do that. Qualifying position, 2 in the top 10 should be a very easy finish. So there's that. But without further ado, not a whole lot going on as we head down the stretch of the season. Italian Grand Prix is up next. All right, Pierre, follow around Albon, pressure him up a little bit. Let's go. Mick's gonna get a clean lap. Mick is the one I'm worried about the most anyway. Pierre also is gonna get a clean lap, although he might catch Albon, which is gonna slow him down, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. Mick only 600ths off of Leclerc, which is a good sign. Pierre puts 3.4 tenths on the Red Bull. I mean, we have been literally almost this entire season, but Zhou once again getting out way ahead of everybody else. Leclerc leading the pack to everyone else as they come through. Bottas in the bottom, by the way. It looks like Stroll's getting held up by Van Dorn. Hate to see that. Yuki out. Unfortunate. All right, Pierre might. It was gonna be close. Ocon's likely gonna catch him, but we should be able to get him back on the main straight. Yeah, we will. Oh, it looks like we went side by side down the around Parabolica. There's that. Mick goes yellow first, yellow second. What's going on, Mick? Talk to me. No toe, no problem. Pierre goes faster. I mean, we're safe regardless, but across the line, Pierre jumps Leclerc on the lap where he got held up by Ocon coming out of the final corner, really sabotaging his beginning to the lap, but nonetheless we make it through pretty safely. We'll give Mick a little bit more clean air right there. Pierre should get a bit of a toe from Verstappen, but with enough of a gap that he shouldn't run up on the back of him. And Mick we're going to give the maximum clean air to see if he can improve. We'll hop on board with Pierre as everyone else is starting their lap. We'll hop on board with Pierre. We'll jump over to Mick once Pierre finishes his lap, but down the main straight we go. Apparently they let them go a little bit more than I was intending, so Pierre should get a bit of a clean air run himself. Coming around the first long right-hander. There's the second chicane. A yellow for is the toe. I mean, the toe is a very powerful thing. I will 100% agree. Verstappen getting a toe from Lando here. We're not getting enough of a toe. We likely should have sent Mick and Pierre together. Pierre does go green, second sector. We'd love to see that, but it likely won't be a pole if Verstappen got enough of a toe here. which he does, and puts in 3/10 on us pretty much, and we cross the line. We don't improve. Mick, yeah, I kind of Monza is just not, apparently not the it's not the move not to give a toe. Mick does improve, not enough. A Red Bull Haas lineup for this one. I can't remember who had the grid penalty, but we'll see that here in a moment. But yeah, that's the wrong strategy for qualifying in Monza. I'm seeing now. It is Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, Daniel P5. Nice. Where did what's his name end up doing? What is that? P11, 12, 13, 14. Not bad. Not bad. But it's a front row start for Pierre and a second row start for Mick. Yeah, we'll do the medium soft for Mick and the soft to medium for Pierre. Looks pretty, should be pretty straightforward. One stop, reverse one stop for both. Any safety car here likely helps us a lot. Should be a good one. Front row start for Pierre, second row start for Mick. Let's try and make something happen. Let's head to Monza, Italian Grand Prix up next.
I hope I'm not tempting fate here, but there are quite a few clouds overhead.
Better not rain, Crofty.
Here we are,
I'll be a little peeved. Verstappen on the mediums. We need to get a good start here.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Which looks like we do. We're gonna have the inside line into the first chicane. Got it. Oh, come on. Oh, it looks like the Red Bulls are also doing a split strategy. Mick, your job now is entirely try and get ahead. Oh, big crash, big crash. Maloney. That was not the pop-up that I thought it was. Let's go, Mick. All right, we need to get Mick in front of Leclerc and try and hold up Leclerc as long as possible. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Going into that second chicane, dangerous. Too wide. Oh, that's a big lineup.
That's the contact there. There's chaos on the track.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
The team are devastated.
Can't say I really saw exactly what happened. It looks like someone spun, and that was that. All right, Mick is ahead of Leclerc. Realistically, if we can get Mick ahead of Verstappen, I mean, obviously, if we can get Mick ahead of Verstappen, that would also be lovely. Maloney gets a penalty, not too surprising. Leclerc, oh, that's on the leader. Never mind. Beautiful stuff. Pierre on the soft should be able to, I mean, definitely will be able to hold off any kind of charge from Verstappen. Is there any kind of chance that we can make a move here with Mick? Let's see if we can make something happen when DRS gets re-enabled here. If we can get Mick ahead of Verstappen, that I think is best case scenario for us. Problem is, Verstappen obviously is a much better driver than Mick.
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
And they're on the same tire. Should be relatively... Man, the pace difference is crazy. Also, if Norris loses DRS here, that's an absolute nightmare scenario for anyone not in the top four. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but he's definitely flirting with it. You just pull out to try and pass Verstappen around the outside of Parabolica. That's sure what it looked like. Come on, Mick, pressure him. Pressure Verstappen into making a mistake. You've battled him so many times the last 2 seasons. You can do it. I mean, the good news about Monza is as long as the rest of the field doesn't make too many mistakes and stays bunched up as long as possible, then that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Because anyone on the, well, that's not a good, actually, it's not a good thing for whoever's on the softs now. Oh, do not go to the inside of Pierre. Do not do that. I mean, we're passengers at this point. I'm wondering how...
Haas with an overtake there.
I'm wondering how the everyone else being on a used, only having used softs left will impact this.
Haas with an overtake.
Oh my god, Mick. Jesus, that's a deployment all the way back. No. Oh, Mick has 0 DRS. Oh, it's funny. Perez and Norris do not have DRS to the top 4, so it's going to be a Haas and a Red Bull show pretty much the rest of the way. As long as Pierre can beat Leclerc and Mick can hang with Verstappen on their respective strategies, that is the goal. Mick is doing a great job of defending right now, actually. Oh, that's bad.
Red Bull gained a place.
All right, Pierre has a little bit of a gap. Well, by a little bit of a gap, I mean it's really only 1.4 seconds in a circuit where DRS is king. So I'm hoping that Mick will occupy Verstappen as long as possible. The good news is that it's also holding Leclerc back. So honestly, that's actually probably the best case scenario here. Side by side, yep. Yes, Mick, yes. Just occupy him, Mick. That's all we need. Honestly, just doing this is the best case scenario for us. Beautiful stuff, Mick. Beautiful stuff.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Speed this up a little bit. I mean, realistically, the softs are pitting in another 9 laps. So realistically, if we can keep... Verstappen's got pace, man. He's got pace. Oh, we're back, baby. We're back. Well, we're back into a DRS train in the top 4, which, you know, isn't... It's not the worst thing that we've ever seen. So... It's not the worst thing we've ever seen. We are... I mean, as long as we're continually gaining on the next set... The next group, I think we're going to be A-okay. We're still... Pierre is still ahead of Leclerc. And Mick obviously is still right there with Verstappen. Pierre is still fighting off Verstappen off the front rip, so realistically I think we're A-okay. And there's going to be a lot of jockeying for position and all that stuff, but realistically I think we're A-okay. We'll try and save a little bit of fuel for Pierre if we can. Again, the good news is that Leclerc has just kind of been hanging out. So, whoa, Pierre on standard fuel, defending into turn 1. Love to see it. Actually, love to be able to recharge ERS for Mick here. So many straight lines here that DRS should be able to do enough to hold us around. Let's see if I can get away with a cheeky harvest for both. I mean, this is just going to be a give and take going into turn 1 and before I can't remember the name of it. The other one after the next one after the second DRS zone or into Parabolica. But realistically, DRS should allow us to be able to hold on, recharge ERS, save a little bit of fuel, relax a little bit, and continue on. We're nearing the pit window or the softs. Exactly what we're expecting. Pierre moves back into the lead. Realistically, I would love to be able to time this so Verstappen is leading when we go into the box, so he does not get DRS down the main straight in the lead. I think is the best case scenario here. Stroll! Making a mistake. Get strolled. You strolled yourself.
We've just had a car run
Oh wait, no,
away.
it was Seb. Why was Stroll like just sitting there? An odd one. Alright, Verstappen leading. I think we're okay with that.
Okay, energy's good. Yeah.
Alright, we'll pop them both back onto neutral.
Loads of energy.
That should help the pace. Ideally, I'd like... I mean, it's a double-edged sword. I'd like Pierre to be in the lead so we can kind of start to push it. But at the same time, we don't want... DRS is too strong around here for us to really do anything. I mean, even having Mick on push fuel isn't really doing a whole lot, so might as well save a little bit of fuel for him later. Yeah, I think we're kind of just continuing our march forward towards the heat death of the universe. We have a 6 to 6.5 second gap, 6-second gap to P5, which is lovely. The problem is we have to time our stops appropriately. I would love to know what Leclerc is going to do here. What tires is Leclerc on? He's on 37, we're on 40. Leclerc has to be boxing this lap. Like, just has to be, right? Yeah, Leclerc boxes this lap, which means we box this lap.
We'll be boxing this lap.
Honestly, just relax. And keep on keeping on. Mick, don't fight your teammate yet. Wait until the end of the lap. Need to keep an eye on this right here. Nice. Beautiful. Standard. Everything else is good. Mick, you no longer need to not fight. Even deploy out of this to really close the gap. Beautiful stuff. Pierre comes out. Oh, just behind. Look like, oh. All right, that should be no problem, honestly. We barely don't. I mean, a 2.7 second stop is the only reason that we lost track position there to Leclerc. A 2.7 stop is ridiculous. But Pierre should be able to. I mean, they're gonna sit there and go back and forth and do the thing. Mick is right on Verstappen's gearbox. We continue marching on. I mean, realistically, I think we do that. And we just continue marching on. Everyone else, I think, is on. Everyone who hasn't boxed yet, yeah. Leclerc and Gasly are the top leaders of the soft. Ooh, someone goes to the hard. Ooh. Eee. Joe, ooh, you let him do you like that? That's a decision, my guy. That's a decision. Yeah, Mick and Verstappen are kind of just going to be going back and forth on this a lot. Oh, the back marker. Oh, the back marker. Oh, Mick is getting screwed here. I already know. Yep, lost a bunch. Oh, not what I wanted. Come on, Mick. I mean, realistically, Mick is going to be able to. Mick is going to be able to hold on to him.
Haas with an overtake there.
Gasly overtakes Leclerc. I mean, these two are going to go back and forth a lot. They should have the pace to catch that front group. Should.
Red Bull gained a place.
I mean, they're running over a second faster than Ocon and Bottas. So realistically, I mean, that gap is already closed. they're already there on the back of that group. The problem is Leclerc is already moved up. We need to as well. Yes, Pierre, we can't afford to fall too far back from the Red Bull. We need to be there the whole way. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, that was gross. All right, you guys can stop going too wide literally at any moment, by the way. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is not good. Oh, he's so far up the road already. Oh, splitting. Oh my God, Pierre, what was that? That was the most gross thing I've ever seen. Alright, Doohan is not getting DRS right here, which means this should be a very simple yes, but please make the move anyway. Thank you. Now the problem is though that 0.4, 0.5 ahead to Leclerc is a pain. And now we're gonna have Doohan attacking us pretty much the rest of the way as well. Unfortunate. Yeah, we're gonna have to toast our ERS here to try and claw back in. We have a little bit. We should be getting a little baby toe at this point. Yes, I'm aware. Thank you. Just leave it. We gotta get back into, once we get back into DRS once, then we're good. Like, we're so good. Come on, just a little bit. Someone made a mistake into turn 1. I know Harvest. Perez running wide.
So let's look at this.
Getting pressurized from his teammate. Uh-oh. Ooh. And then just dives back onto the circuit. Eee. And now 10-second gap exists between Mick and Verstappen and everyone else. Perfect. Pierre now should be able to, I mean, pretty much charges ERS all the way back. We're okay getting dragged around by Leclerc here. It's like a new fastest lap while harvesting. That's lovely. You two continue on. Mick, we're going to be monitoring you. Realistically, we probably want to be trying to undercut Verstappen. Realistically. One, because the tires are slightly worse. And two, our slow pit stops are going to be the heat death of the universe for us. So harvest up. And we're going to be boxing. Oh, all right. And I trust Mick to box him like this lap. And I trust him to do that. I don't know. What's a pit stop? What's the pit loss here? 29 seconds? I mean, we're looking at coming out like down here. Ooh, I really don't want to come out in that group. Really don't. So we continue on. We'll box on the lap. We'll box on the lap. Woo, Verstappen. Goes weirdly interesting. Very interesting. That's an odd choice. Especially considering they're likely not going to have a new set of tires. But all right, Mick, we need a quality paced lap on 37% tires left. Verstappen is going to be held up in traffic here. And he actually comes out behind Leclerc and Gasly, which is lovely.
Energy's good.
Copy.
That's fine. You can push. All right. Mick into the box. You're going side by side with Leclerc.
Haas with an oversight
Everyone else
there.
also does the box. Do come out ahead of Mick, who comes out ahead of Verstappen. No. Close. Close, but no
Haas
cigar.
has moved up the field.
All right. We are in the end game now. 20 laps remaining. This is going to get spicy the rest of the way. I can already guarantee. Verstappen does have 7 seconds to make up And Mick is right behind him, is right on the tail. Perez does finally box. And we're back to a Haas and Red Bull sandwich. Mick overtaking Verstappen. Lamau. I'm hoping Mick can just occupy Verstappen enough to hold on, but he also is on the soft compound. So realistically, this is going to be an interesting race. I mean, at this point, there's not a whole lot we can really do. I mean, Pierre and Leclerc are going to be trading it back and forth. Mick and Verstappen likely also just going to be trading it back and forth. I don't know realistically if that's going to change. Well, it looks like Mick wasn't able to make the move recently. There he goes, though. So, I mean, they are definitely catching. They are definitely catching. They're going to catch us. This is an interesting proposition for Mick, though. I mean, Mick hasn't really had the realistic chance at a win at a fast tire at the end of the race. There's still a 6-second gap. Mick has done a great job of occupying Verstappen. Leclerc also been a bit of a pain. A safety car here likely shafts everyone. 13 laps remaining. And it's still a Red Bull sandwich, but that gap between the soft tires and these medium tires is coming down now to 5 seconds with only 12 laps remaining. Back markers might Verstappen made a mistake. What was that? Oh, he spins.
Take a look at the replay.
Uh-oh! Mick Schumacher pressures Verstappen into a huge mistake. Oh my goodness. A 2.8 second gap between Verstappen and Mick. Mick now with a bunch of clean air. Mick, you are now free to push fuel literally as much as you want. We want Mick to stay out or keep Verstappen out of DRS as long as possible here, as we are now under 10 laps remaining here. What a fascinating one here. Verstappen making the rare mistake. And now Mick with the benefit of some clean air and DRS off of Maloney. That's a nightmare for Verstappen. Well, he will get the same benefit at some point. That's not what you want when you're trying to catch a Schumacher. I would love Mick to catch up to us. What times is he running? We ran at 123.6. He was at 123.1. So he's gaining 4.5 tenths a lap. Not enough laps at this point for Mick to really catch up. We could deploy and just really try and, you know, get him along as much as we can. Because if we can get Mick up and pressure Leclerc with Mick, then that would be great for us. The problem is we don't really have the ERS to make that work. The good news is, though, Verstappen hasn't really started making moves yet. He now has 43% soft tires, though. I think this is the thing that we've been seeing, that we were expecting to see with the used tires. No, not like this. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, thank God. I will see that. Oh, that's a huge potential. Lock on. Oh, huge lockup from the Williams.
And it's crystal clear who was in the wrong there.
Yuki, my guy. You can't be doing that. All right, it looks like... All right, Verstappen still has a 3.6 second gap. We have to lower mixed fuel just in case. Gasly and Leclerc are still doing the thing. But now we're catching up to back markers, though, which is less than good because Leclerc is going to start getting DRS as well from Yuki. We're going to have to be very mindful here. Start hopping on board now. We have all of the ERS though. Is the beautiful thing. Is the beautiful thing. Alright, I think we go now actually. Because if we can catch up to the back markers at key moments, then we can get DRS off of them. And effectively just hold on. Alright, Pierre, this is your moment. Let's get him. Mick, literally just don't bin it. Literally just don't bin it.
Last lap.
Last lap. Pierre gets DRS. That's exactly what I needed to see. Yes. That is exactly what I needed to see. We get DRS from them. And we, oh, 1.3 seconds. It's over. 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 You already have the fastest lap. Masterful stuff, Pierre. Getting DRS off the back marker, flying away. It looks like Leclerc also got held up by a back marker, but nonetheless, Pierre got a beautiful race from Pierre. Wins.
Check the flag.
The attack referee and Mick. Massive Mick. P3 beats Verstappen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, car was great. Thank you.
Love the line. Yeah, car was great.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Take all the pickup on the way in.
Beautiful stuff. Oh god, we're not even developing the car anymore,
Lots of pickup.
except for one more underfloor, and we're still winning races. Oh, let's go. Beautiful stuff. Man, Ferraris, I feel like I say it every episode, but Ferraris having an absolute nightmare of a season, not gonna lie. Say the line, Crofty.
A brilliant performance from the Haas driver.
You know it. You know it. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff here. God, we're turning losses in qualifying into wins in the race. Look at that, a 1-3 double podium for Haas. God, so good. Very nice, Pierre. Very nice. We'll give Mick his moment as well.
Sensational achievement for that Haas driver, it has to be said. They'll be absolutely ecstatic to finish up there.
Yeah, I would say so. What a day. What a day. It's so good. Attaboy, Mick.
But there we have
Attaboy,
all three
Charles.
drivers that are taking home the silverware along with the most valuable points. This is a good result for Haas. More than enough to satisfy the whole
Yeah, I would
team.
say so. Yeah.
Indeed, the team has demonstrated technical.
We are very proud of our achievements. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Pierre, once again, 10 points, 16 races, and 12 wins for Pierre. Oh, so good. So good. And look at, flying away. Look at Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren are just doing nothing down here, by the way. We are now 95 points ahead of Red Bull. 95 points ahead. Let's go. Another good chunk of change in the bank account. $4 million coming to Haas. And we're coming down to it. I mean, realistically, we need to start doing the math. We're locking up I think the drivers might be locked up now. The constructors is getting a lot closer. It's coming. It's a matter of when, not if. And we're on our way.